Yo, Reggae Boyz, remember when Fatal said, believe? Just 2 games. Yeah man, only 2. It's Premier 7, representing. Believe in ourselves, hold firm, fight to the end because every point counts. Reach World Cup message, me a send. Rep the badge well, play as one, no seek no new friend because every match counts. Reach World Cup, start a new trend. Trinidad and Curacao. I know you're working hard, but the dream to World Cup is ours. Yeah, Trinidad and Curacao. I know you're holding on, but the draft in World Cup is ours.
Teamwork makes the dream work, but a vision becomes a nightmare when the leader has a big dream and a bad team. A quote written by John C. Maxwell, as this quote was selected to point fingers directly on the Jamaica men's national team that teamwork is indeed the dream work, but together as a unit, they have to work together to book their spot in the World Cup. Today on the channel, I want to discuss the topic of importance recommended 4-4-2 formation that the national team can use to qualify for the World Cup. Stick around for more. Greetings and welcome to Premier 7. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. Of course, I have been away for a while due to the catastrophic hurricane in Melissa, but I am still around to present to you, the fans who are supporting Premier 7. I hope that you all are having a wonderful time as I am here in representing Jamaica in the best way possible. And by way of that, today's topic is all about recommended 4-4-2 formation for Jamaica's final World Cup qualifiers. The message. It is a message seeing that the team was revealed today. And I mean, what I have seen, and I think what you would have seen, was not all to that satisfying on the eyes. But before I dive into the importance of today's video, I want to bring across a poll that I drafted earlier on with the question in mind. The squad for the Jamaica Reggae Boyz will be revealed this Saturday, November the 8th, 2025. How are you feeling about it? You can realize now that this was prepared before the squad was drafted, and so far I received 100 votes. 43% stated neutral, 30% nervous, 27% stated excited. 6 likes and 4 comments. Of course, big up to all those persons who have commended the channel as well in terms of how the channel is being representing the national team. And of course, I have to say thank you all for the interaction with the videos, live stream, shorts being posted. For me personally, I believe that Jamaica have what it takes to qualify for the World Cup, but should Jamaica go with the 4-2-3-1? I mean, as you can see on the screen, I am not a huge fan of such. All right, so the news on Rico Henry, it broke the grounds today that Henry has been given his call up to represent Jamaica. Some persons would say, finally, Rico Henry is here, but let's talk about what the news has brought. So Rico Henry earns first Reggae Boyz call up as McLaren. I'm changing the name of the coach too early. Names 26-man squad for final World Cup qualifiers. Right? So Henry, right here, who was previously listed in Jamaica's player watch list, has now officially joined the national program as the team continues to push itself to secure a spot in the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Canada, United States, and Mexico. So the Reggae Boyz will close out their qualifying campaign with matches against Trinidad and Tobago a day after my birthday, the 12th of November, which will be on the 13th, and Curacao on November the 18th. Is it a belated gift that I will receive from the Reggae Boyz should they beat Trinidad? I am hoping that they will do, because definitely it will be a blessing for me, not only for self, but others who support Reggae Boyz. Now, how do you feel about the introduction of a Rico Henry? Do you think Rico Henry should start for the Reggae Boyz? Do you think that Rico Henry should comes from the bench for the Reggae Boyz? Well, it's not all about one player. It's all about a team, a unit, a unified squad, starting 11 that has to go out there and represent the nation to the best. Of course, Bobby Reid returns from injury, so it looks good. So I'm going to go into my 4-4-2 formation, an assessment with the squad that was being revealed this month in November. All right, so let's talk about the goalkeeper that should start. I mean, is there any question about who should be in goal? Certainly not. It will be Andre Blake, our captain, in goal, the foundation of the back line, vocal, is composed, and still one of our best player in the national team. Some would say he's the best, and of course, by no doubt, he is surely one of the best goalkeepers in the CONCACAF region. We know that he has represented himself well, making a lot of saves, being more vocal as a captain. Club-wise, he represented Philadelphia Union quite well on trophies as well. And there's no replacement for him in this case because he's fit, he's ready to represent, and we hope for the best for the keeper in goal. Now, for right back, it has to be Dexter Lembikisa. I was thinking, should I use an Ian Frey? But when I look at Inter Miami, I have seen that, you know, Ian Frey has been playing into the midfield at times. So it's like a difference or a variation in how he plays. I really want to stick to a player that continues to play in a set position for Jamaica, who has represented us on a few occasions. Not only to say he has scored, but his defensive work, his team interaction, his team chemistry is on point. And I think with Dexter Lembikisa being confident on the ball, strong in defense, and offers something that we need in attack, then he has to be a stay on the pitch. Now, for the centre back pairing, who would you go for? Would you go for a Holgate and an Ethan Pinnock? Uh, Richard King and a Damian Lowe? What's your option? What's your preference? For me, on this side, it has to be Damian Lowe. It's time for me to see Damian Lowe represent. He has missed a few games, and certainly, I think that this is a game for Damian Lowe to really step up and play in against Trinidad and Tobago. Beside it, let's go for a Ethan Pinnock. I mean, nothing is wrong to disagree. You may not want to see Pinnock. You may want to see a Richard King. I am somewhat confused about the case with a Mason Holgate from the Unity Cup game. Until now, I haven't seen him played anything more. And I think he has played for Jamaica really well from that time. On form, very composed, but he's not receiving any games. Should this be the chance for a Mason Holgate? But my selection with these two players, Ethan Pinnock and Damian Lowe, they complement each other pretty well. Pinnock brings calmness and control. Lowe adds grit and leadership. What else is there to say? These two players are my two selection. And if you like what I'm saying here, people, you can go ahead and smash a like on the video. Now for left back, should I introduce or add a Rico Lewis? Absolutely not. Greg Lay has scored, I think, today for his club team. One of the, I would say, one of the most preferred choice players. If I should talk about five players who has to start for Jamaica based on recent forms, he has to be in that lineup. He has represented Jamaica well, physically, speed, presence. Some persons would say he's a bit reckless, but Amara Bell is out. If he was even available, I wouldn't have picked him because I think Gregory is performing better than him. And now with Rico Henry in, this is going to be a very difficult thing should Jamaica qualify for the World Cup. But not to worry, we're not going at that stage as yet. We're talking about my team here, the 4-4-2. Gregory at left back, steady player, good in position, and combines well with his team. So he has to be that man who is given the nod, the go ahead to start at left back. No DM, no question. Isaac Hayden. He's a mainstay for Jamaica. He's a man that we cannot do without. Um, is there anyone else who could replace this man? Absolutely not. The shield in front of the defense reads the game pretty well or quite well, breaks up play, and helps transition from defense to attack. No one else can do what Isaac Hayden has been doing for Jamaica. And beside him has to be Bobby Reed. I was contemplating, but who do we have to play there? Anglin isn't getting any chance. I haven't seen much of Anglin recently. But in that game that he represented Jamaica in the World Cup qualifiers, he looked kind of decent against Curacao. In Curacao, I think that this could be a chance for him in the second half should he come on the pitch because he provides that physical presence. But let's see. But for Bobby Reed, he has the vision, composure. I am hoping he doesn't play too deep though, but play more balanced in the team. But his experience keeps the tempo right and knows when to push and to hold. Now on this side, or should I go on this side? Left midfield. Rico Henry can play this position, but it has to be one of the most informed players whenever he plays for Jamaica, or Ronaldo Cephas. Ronaldo Cephas, I talk about him several times on Reggae Radar, on Premier 7 videos. I think this guy, he is the man that should play in that era. Ronaldo Cephas is in the form. He's direct. He's brave. One of the fastest players, if not the fastest player in CONCACAF, forcing his team Jamaica to represent the importance of playing on the width. Whenever he gets the ball, he will be direct. He will try his best to make some crosses. The only issue with Ronaldo Cephas, he needs to focus a bit more and make the passes where deemed necessary. But absolutely, one of Jamaica's in-form players, represented Jamaica several times, did well. We have to choose him. And this is the question mark. For some, not for me, Dujuan Richards has to start on farm now for Chelsea under 21s. Played a little cameo role in 2 games for Jamaica in the World Cup qualifiers. He made himself available to represent his home country. And with no bail in, it's time for us to give Dujuan Richards that start that he needs to play for Jamaica at that right midfield position. I mean, Cephas and Richards do provide the balance and help defensively to give Jamaica that strength, that stamina against Trinidad and beyond for Curacao. Skillful, confident, and ball distribution, know when to lay off the ball, know when to do his thing, is a real problem for the defenders. I saw that he scored before against Trinidad, and he's more mature now. Richards has to be that man on the right midfield era. No, this is the era that I would love to see Rumarn Burrell gets a nod. Full time, this guy needs to get a chance to play. On form for QPR, represented Jamaica well against Trinidad again. He scored an overhead kick against Trinidad in the Unity Cup. Trinidad will have this man as a target. He will have Trinidad as a target. Bring the vibe, bring the spice. This man has to start for Jamaica because he's mobile, he's clinical, he's versatile, hungry to represent Jamaica. brings the energy. He works very hard on and off the ball. Coach Steve McLaren, what do you need to do? You have to follow what I'm saying here. You have to start a Rumarn Burrell in a 4-4-2 formation, even in a 4-2-3-1, for which I wouldn't go with. He would not start in that formation, but he has to play for Jamaica. I would not choose Tyrese Campbell over his type of formation. It has to be Burrell because Burrell, this is the thing. I'm going to touch upon that a bit just to explain a bit more in terms of the movements of the players. This side has to be one brown man. It has to be Bailey Kadamatiri. Not on the best form for his club team, but he has played 2 games for Jamaica. Did not did bad. He he did um he did well to me, Bailey Kadamatiri. I remember his debut goal. Did a video right afterwards, repping how important he would be for Jamaica. Don't think only myself will be talking like that, but Bailey Kadamatiri, he has to get the nod to partner with a Rumarn Burrell as the front 2 players to represent Jamaica. People, that is my 4-4-2 formation. Anything that you have to say? Well, let me show you something. Lembe Kisa is important on the width. Defensively, he helps right here. Damian Lowe is good in the box. His heading is good. Clearance is on point. Ethan Pinnock is distribution and diagonal crosses is what we rely on him with. His composure, his calm, and we need the Ethan Pinnock from the previous days at Brentford to play his best here. Gregory, up, down, very good. This man is responsible for coverage here. Sometimes he'll go forward. Bobby will drop back. Bobby should occupy here the most. Let's say something like this at times. Whisper Richards help with the defense, same as Cephas, but these 2 guys will be the problems for Trinidad on the wide width. He likes to hang the touchline. He likes to drift in. Problems for Trinidad if all goes well for Jamaica. Burrell, I showed you earlier on, is a man left the ball to Kadamatiri who has a good shot in his foot, more than one he can put there, and I think that will be tremendous for Jamaica. Now, should Burrell doesn't play, I would choose then a Kaim Dixon to play with the man himself, Shamar Nicholson. These 2 guys, they have chemistry together. They have been playing well for Jamaica. Not to say goal wise, but I mean they have something to offer. They played well against Birmingham. But the reason why Shamar Nicholson is not in my starting list, and I'm going to talk about Kyle Dixon as well, is that Shamar Nicholson still struggles in terms of confidence at times and is not that sharp in front of goal. Kyle Dixon is promising as a talent, but not yet ready for the physical and tactical aspects of the game. That is somewhat unfair on Kaim. The main issue is that he doesn't score goals when he should, but he's quick, is adjusting, and I think he has to come from the bench or start if there's a case to be like that. Should Roman Burrell, I don't want to say anything, but I want to see Roman Burrell and you know and Kadamakir up front. Demara Gray is in the team, so maybe Demara Gray will play here because Demara Gray was injured previously, but he's back in action. Um, Maybe he will start because he's energetic, he's versatile, adapted to the senior level pretty well when he came to Jamaica. But the recent time he plays for Jamaica, he lacks consistency. Let's see what will happen from the coach, and you may have to see then a Ronaldo Cephas playing from this end. But I think Cephas is better from the left hand side. I won't start Tyrese Campbell. I said it before. But people, let me just readjust back my team to Dujuan Richards here. And has to be Ronaldo Cephas here. Rumarn Burrell and Bailey Kadamatiri. All right. So, what do you think about the formation, people? What do you think about the team? For me personally, people, I want Jamaica men's national team. Yeah, I want the best for my national team. So the 4-4-2 formation to me gives Jamaica um, what it's been missing: structure, balance, and attacking purpose. Jamaica will score, but have issues continuously in the midfield. So I think if we score about 2 goals, we lock the midfield. If Barbary is losing his energy, I think Anglin can get a run. The team is there. We have the players who can represent. But the 4-4-2 formation, it strengthens the midfield, keeps the backline protected, and brings out the best out of our current players. Right? So with foreign players like Cephas, Burrell, Whisper, solid leadership of Blake, Low, Jamaica can close out these qualifiers strong and take a massive step towards the World Cup. We need just 4 points, but I would love to see Jamaica getting all 6 points because we're at the top. I think on 9 points, Curacao is on 8. So if we can beat Trinidad, we will get 3 more points on that. It's 12 points. If we drew against Curacao, we're through. But let's not be complacent. Let's not be out of our depths. Let's play. Let's rep the country. So, people, what is your say on the topic? Recommended 4-4-2 for Jamaica's final World Cup qualifiers. The message. This is a message. So let me know what you think in the comment section. It's good to be back, as I've said before, and I would love to hear what you have to say on the team. So you all take care. Goodbye until we meet again.